What's going on, YouTube? Thank you all so much for checking in to another video. This is part 2 of my kicker series. In part 1, we did the regular kicker comp. So today we have the kicker CompC. So we're going to go a full review over this and then run some tests on it. And then stay tuned for the next video. We're going to have the kicker comp VR. So stay tuned for that, guys. Let's get into it. There you go, almost 4,000 watts. Thank you all so much for checking out the channel, checking out another video, and thank you for checking out this kicker series. Please, guys, subscribe so y'all can see more videos coming soon. Subscribing, liking, and commenting helps out the channel so much. I cannot express how much it helps out, guys. And buying all this stuff is not cheap for y'all, so please subscribe, like, comment, helps out an absolute ton. But yes, we did the kicker comp last time. Now we have the CompC, and then we'll have the Comp VR, and then I think the Comp R comes after that, and then there's another one, I forget what it is, and then there's the Comp Q, and then we may get into some of the square subwoofers, and eventually we're going to work our way up to the new Solo X that is coming out later on this year, so that will be absolutely epic. But let's get into the review of the kicker CompC. Here, of course, is the box. Kicker always has a very nice looking box, not just a plain old brown cardboard box like you normally see. Now this guy has 300 watts RMS power and 600 watts max, whereas the regular comp was only 150 watts RMS, so double the power rating on this guy over here. And of course, this is the next step up. I believe this guy was about 90 bucks, whereas the regular comp was about 80 bucks. But let's get right into it. We do have a little punch out here. You can punch this out, trace it on your box. You can trace out the size for your hole. That's really neat. Of course, we have a few kicker stickers, and then we have our spec sheet over here. Let you all see that. Of course, we have the CompC 12. We have a dual 4 ohm version. So, of course, the CompC is a dual voice coil, whereas the regular comp is just a single voice coil. FS is 30, SPL is 88.3, and then moving on down, the X-Max is still 10.3, so same X-Max. That was on the regular comp. And then 300 watts RMS, 600 max. And then we have some specs for the cutout and whatnot. And then over here, they have some specs for building a custom box for this guy. So that is really neat. So it says it likes about a 2.4 cubic foot box. My box I'll be using is 2 cubic feet. So just a teeny bit smaller, and my box is also tuned to, I believe, 34 hertz. So that's what we will be using. So this is really neat. Has a little different look than what you'd see on a lot of the older kickers or the regular comp. So just kind of neat there. We do, of course, have the yellow stitching, very similar surround on it. We still have a plastic kind of trim piece going around here. We do have some sealing material down here. Of course, a stamped steel basket. Some sort of plasticky something cone. But this does have the dual voice coil, which is very cool. The terminals, pretty stiff. They're, of course, not the greatest feeling terminals I've felt, but this, of course, is a like $90 sub. We do have some venting around here. Nice little motor over here with a kind of cool boot over it. So overall, pretty cool. Get y'all a real close-up look at her. Again, just a totally different cone than what we see over here, at least for the top piece. But inside there does look pretty similar. Definitely different. Not the exact same though. Definitely nice having a dual voice coil. Of course, leads are sewn into the spider there. And just a nice clean looking motor. It is pretty cool they have a different basket. I feel like most companies would use like the exact same basket and same motor and stuff like that. It is cool to see for each of these kicker does do something different. Let's get a quick comparison between these two subs. Now, when I get done with this little series, I will do a full video comparing at least several of the kicker subs. Maybe it'll be these 3. Maybe I'll include the Comp R. I don't know exactly, but there will be a video comparing all these, but real quick, just to show, of course, the CompC and the regular comp. course, quite different looking motors. They do have different baskets and whatnot. Looks like they have the same size voice coil. I believe these have a 1.5-inch voice coil, but I am not 100% sure. Well, what do you guys think? Is this guy going to outdo the regular comp, or is it going to be about the same? Who knows? Let's get this guy in a box and get to playing some music and then doing some tests. We've got this wired down to 2 ohms. You can see we're sitting pretty steady at 1.5. This multimeter does seem to read a tad low on the impedance. I've had that with about every sub I've tested with it. But we're sitting steady, so this thing should be good to go. We've got her hooked up in here. For anyone who is new to the channel, we have this on a Taramps MD12K. We've got 128 amp hour of lithium batteries. Down here, alright, it doesn't sound too bad. In my opinion, it does seem to sound a little bit better than the regular comp. That being said, it's really hard to say, but it did seem to sound just a little bit better. Still not, anything crazy on those lows, but it sounds okay, not too bad. Now, of course, having a different box could dramatically change how this thing could sound, I'm sure, but just saying, obviously, this is a cheaper sub. It's just not going to absolutely smash those lows. Well, guys, let's get to some tests. It is time for the musical RMS test. We're going to be playing Off These by JID, 3.5-minute song. Going to keep it as close to that 300 watt mark as we can. Of course, there will be no clipping whatsoever. Let's see if it makes it through. Well, as expected with this guy, it made it through the musical RMS test. No problem. Not surprised at all. Kicker does seem to be pretty on point when it comes to rating subs and whatnot. They definitely don't overrate stuff just to get more sales. So props to Kicker on being honest. Anyway, let's get into the dB test. See what kind of volume we can get out of this guy. Okay, we're going to be trying 45 hertz and see what that does. And we got a 133.4. We'll give it another shot, a little bit higher. That was actually decently loud, guys. Got 1400 watts going through it. But again, we got a 133.2. So maxing out at that 133. Let's try 40 hertz instead and just see what that does. So we got 1600 watts and a 131.3. We bumped it up a little bit. We'll give it one more try at 45 hertz and see if we can squeeze anything else out of it. That time we put 2400 watts through it. Hey, look at that, guys. 135.8. Sounds like we are reaching the mechanical limit of this guy, but we're going to turn it up and give it one more try. There you go, almost 4,000 watts. And look at that, a 136.2. Well, what did you all think? Second kicker in this series, and for what it is, did pretty good, guys. Definitely a step up over the regular comp. Having that dual voice coil is just, in my personal opinion, a huge improvement. And personally, I like the look of it a little bit better, but nothing huge. Guys, for the extra like $10, I definitely would get this guy over the regular comp just because you get that dual voice coil. And according to them, you do get double the RMS power rating. So definitely what I would do in my personal opinion. But overall, sounds, you know, pretty decent for a $90 sub and performs all right. If you're looking for something super easy, guys, you can get one of these in a custom-made box for it straight from Kicker. I've heard a ton of them over the years, and they really sound pretty good. It's a great way just to quickly and easily get yourself some clean sounding bass. That being said, in my personal opinion, there are better options out there for the money. For a little bit more, you can get something like the AudioPipe BDC 2 or something like that, or maybe the Skar like SVR or something like that, that in my opinion is just a little bit better value. But if you love Kicker, they definitely make an absolutely excellent product. And what people don't realize, Kicker has been in the game for absolutely forever, and the R&D they have put into these things is just out of this world. They really have pioneered kind of the way as far as subwoofers in so many ways. So Kicker doing it right here, in my opinion. Cannot wait to step it up. We have the VR next, and then I think the Comp R, and then there's one after that. I don't remember what it's called. And then we have the Comp Q. So cannot wait to get all those out for you guys. Stay tuned for that. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. Please let me know, what did y'all think? Would you get this guy over the regular comp for the extra like $10? Or would you stick with just a regular comp? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and get ready for some more awesome content coming soon. Bass on, guys. For anyone who stuck to the end of this video, real quick, guys, we have a little sneak peek of something brand new we're trying out for y'all. So we got this guy down here, and then we got this guy over here. I'm gonna pop this open for y'all super quick since y'all stayed to the end of the video.